Happy holidays, everybody, and I told you that I'd be back with a couple of fingerstyle Christmas guitar songs that pick up on the lessons where we left off. So this is the first one, and I'll go ahead and play it, and then I'll break it down for you. So here we go. Okay, so it's a simplified version of Jingle Bells, and let me go through the right hand part for you here first. So I simplified the melody to make the right hand part easier, and we'll spice this thing up as we go through it a little bit farther along here, but I did want to keep it simpler here in the beginning. So the right hand part, the melody is played entirely on the first and second strings, so I just used my middle finger on the first string and my index finger on the second string to play the entire thing. So there's the first part. You can see the Jingle Bells melody there. Now we're still on the first string. Now right here we drop down to the second string, so I'm plucking those two notes with my index finger. Now switching over to the F chord, and I'm just keeping that real simple. Instead of that melody like that, I just simplified it. So it would be much easier for now, since some of you may just be starting on your fingerstyle journey, and we'll talk about how to make it sound a little more interesting, as I said here, in an upcoming lesson. But that's all first string melody. Now here I'm switching over to the C chord, still on the first string, D7. So that's first string, second string, first string, so that's middle finger, index finger. Now I'm going to a G7 bar chord, second string melody, so that's the index finger, and then first string melody. Let's take a look at the left hand part now and see what that looks like. For the left hand on this, we've got 4 chords. We've got a C chord, and I'm going to an F chord, and I'm playing like a smaller version of the F here. And I'm using my thumb around the top of the neck to get my low F note down here. If that's too difficult, you could still play you could do a bar chord F there. You'll see a lot of fingerstyle guitar players wrap their thumb over the top of the neck to catch notes, and that's what I'm doing here. And then I've got a D7 chord, which is like a C chord with the little finger on the third string, and then I've got a G7 bar chord here. And starting out on the C, pretty straightforward. Now I do have my alternating bass pattern right here. I'm going from the 5th string to the 4th string with my pick, and then over to the 6th string. And notice I have to move my ring finger over from the 5th string over to the 6th string in order to get the alternating bass pattern in there. So now here's where my melody comes in. So I'm going, it starts on the open string. I'm using my little finger to catch the G on the first string. I'm holding the C here as part of the chord, and then I use my little finger to play the D right here, that's on the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and then I'm back to the open string again. I'm going over to the F. Right there's where I simplified the melody, so just a little mini bar here on the first 2 strings. And when I go over to the C, I got to keep that little mini bar at first, and then I let my index finger roll up, so now I'm just playing the C chord because the melody goes from the F to the E. And now another thing here, I'm not doing an alternating bass pattern on the F chord, I'm just using octaves. So I'm playing F on the 6th string down here, and F on the 4th string. switch. And again, I simplified the melody there a little bit. Now I'm up to the D7 chord. And that's pretty simple, nothing tricky about that. I do have the alternating bass pattern again here with my third finger going from the 5th string over to the 6th string. And then I go to my G7 chord. And once again, nothing too tricky there. Took off on it a little bit there, and again, just to give you sort of a sneak preview where we might head with this thing, you can start to play around with the melody, change it up a little bit. If you have any questions, drop me a line. You could go back and review the first 2 lessons on fingerstyle guitar. That's where I addressed the alternating bass pattern with the thumb. I didn't really get into that much in this video because I covered that in the last 2 videos, so take a look at that again. And I'll give you the tab. So there you go. Jingle bells. I'll see you in the next one.